Hey guys, welcome back to No Dice Guys. This topic for this week is going to be MMO games in general, RPGs, FPS, whatever. So anyway, we're going to be talking about free-to-play versus pay-to-play. And some of the games that we've played, we're going to talk about the preferences that we enjoy for those games. So, I don't know, Ryan, what type of MMO do you like to play the most, in your opinion?
Free to play.
Free to play? Alright, so...
Absolutely. I don't want to have to pay to play a game that I already paid for. I mean, Granted, a lot of them are free nowadays, but I mean, like Guild Wars, you had to buy that.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know, it's just something about it, like buying a video game and then having to pay every month to play it. Kind of, I guess it just bothers me. I mean, I get it, server stability, you know, you got... I mean, really, in my mind, that's really all you're paying for.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's great in some senses. You don't want to play a game and, you know, lag to the other side of the map and it gets you killed. That's not fun. Nobody likes that. But I can definitely say a good example would, again, be Guild Wars. I mean, you buy it once. It's completely free after that. I mean, they had a few expansions for one. They got one coming out for two. But other than that, it's not a pay to win. You know, it's right there. You buy it, it's yours.
Yeah.
You know, easy enough.
And I mean, a lot of the free-to-play games, they're set up that way, I guess. I mean, not necessarily like Guild Wars, but
Yeah.
I mean, like RuneScape, you had the option of paying for that game and you got bonus content and
Yeah,
stuff.
you got a bunch of goodies.
Yeah. I mean, what other games were there? So there was like WoW, which is now free to play up until like what, a certain level?
Level 20.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I didn't mind paying for it back in the day.
Yeah.
But I don't know, Bobby. Do you have any?
I'm gonna be with Ryan on that one with free to play.
Yeah.
Again, one of the big ones, and he remembers why I'm a big. Again, we'll go with the DC fan stuff, Batman, you know, anything like that. I love those games. Anything to do with those characters. So obviously MMO, I'm like, oh man, I played City of Villains, City of Heroes. I love those games. It's gonna be like that. So I bought DC Universe when it first came out. You had to pay for it for, I think it was only like a year, and then they made it free to play, which I liked better.
Yeah.
Only thing was if you wanted expansions, you had to buy them separately. If you subscribe, you got them. You got them. You just be like, oh, here. So I mean, there was the perk to having it, but at the same time, like, I only want a couple of them. Like, I want the Red Lantern power, so I only bought the expansion of the game and the Red Lantern power.
Yeah.
You know, and I play it on PS4, and you can play it on PS3 and on PC now, and it's all free to play.
Yeah,
so,
it's really awesome. It's a fun game.
Other than that, I mean, free to play ones are usually the ones I like playing the most. I mean, I don't feel the need to pay $15 or $10 a month just to play for a game that I spent $60 on.
Yeah.
And give them another 60, like 3 or 4 months down the line.
And I think it's nice having that option. Like, for free to play, you get to pay for the content that you want.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it definitely shows. It's sort of a way to give feedback to the developers of what to do next.
I agree.
Exactly.
I don't know, Chris. Did you have any kind of
Yes,
preference?
I actually do. I'm actually the exact opposite of all of you. I'd rather have the subscription. Reason for that is because, like, for example, WoW, every 2 years they have come out with a major expansion, but every other, like, end game, dungeon, and everything else is free. So it actually keeps on updating itself with new quests, new dungeons are unlocking, until you get to those major points and then go forward. I mean, I have played, I will play free to plays. DC Online, I'm a fan of, but it comes too much into micromanagement sometimes with the transactions. Like an example, DC Online right now, they have the new munitions class, which looks really cool. But you know, in a one that you're paying for, as long as you got that new expansion, you have all those new ones. I'm not a fan of having to go back and go, I really want that, and then pay for this, and then find out, I want to pay for this now, and it starts to eat up.
Yeah, it's up.
Yeah.
So I've always gone with the subscriptions more.
I can understand that.
You get everything, and it actually comes out to be a little cheaper sometimes, depending on which game you're playing.
Yeah, I mean, plus again, server stability. That's always
Service stability is
that's
really
a plus.
good,
Yeah.
especially
That's a
with
big
WoW.
plus. That's a huge game.
However, I do think it's interesting that a lot of games minus WoW are starting out with subscription and ending with free to play. Terra, DC Online, Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, that was a big
Yeah.
one.
Elder Scrolls is coming out soon. It's gonna be on Xbox One, PS4, free to play. Awesome.
Yeah, that's
Neverwinter Nights is free to play. I'm playing that as
Yeah.
we know
Yeah, me
on
too.
my Xbox One. However, I know down the line microtransactions are gonna make me decide, do I want to keep on playing or not?
It already is too. I mean, you can see it even in. It's in beta, right? It's not.
What on
It's
the
in
Xbox
beta.
One?
It's in beta on
It's
Xbox
It's
One.
in beta,
It's-
and there's stuff in there that you can easily spend like $100 on.
Oh yeah, just with gems
I'd
alone.
never do it, but it's there. The option to spend $100 is already there. So
Yes.
if that's telling you anything,
Mhm.
it's a good game, and you can play it without spending a cent. But there are certain things, I mean, aesthetics wise, obviously everybody likes that. You pay to look awesome. So
Yeah.
to say, that's what I think a lot of the free to play games do.
Yeah.
Like I used to play Path of Exile. That's, I guess, in a way, a dungeon crawler MMORPG, and that was pretty much all you paid for. Free game, but you could pay to get like a skin transfer one appearance from one item to another. So if you liked one low level item, you could have the look of that one on your new one, which was a higher level item, whatever. Or you could just buy actual skins that they had, and they were all ridiculously expensive.
Yeah, I mean those are good. Like those are cosmetic ones.
Mhm.
I like how WoW a couple like 1 or 2 expansions ago actually had that as an option.
Yeah.
If you keep the item that you like that looks really cool, you can upgrade the more powerful items to look just like it. And then you can also upgrade and change the weapons. If you feel like you have this cool weapon, but this one skill that's useless to you, you can
Yeah.
actually migrate it to something else, which is cool. But I mean, some of them, like the ones that are bad, in my opinion, like DC Online, not DC Online, sorry, D&D Online,
Yeah.
where they come up with these new dungeons, and you have the option of either buying the dungeon or, this week, for a couple bucks, we'll let you enter that one dungeon,
Yeah.
and it's only a
Rent it.
one-time use dungeon. It's like a golden
That's
ticket to
unreal.
Willy Wonka. You walk in, you beat the dungeon, you walk out, you pay a couple more bucks.
Gone. Yeah.
I think
exactly.
that's the one I was thinking of, where there were some healing items that you could only
Yeah.
get by paying money.
Wow.
That would make sense because I know
I
I know
would
Final
be-
Fantasy's not like that.
I
Would
think
be
that's
very
what I think that
upset.
was one of them, and it just kind of drove you crazy when you need those items. How out comes the wallet instead of farming for those items in
Yeah.
the gold.
Nobody
So,
likes that, especially right away. You don't want to have to look at your wallet right as you start playing the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, oh,
It's like I kind of want this, but this
I
early.
get like that with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, another good thing about like subscriptions versus like pay to play is I tend to disappear for a while from an MMO,
Right.
because I
Yep.
don't have time.
Yeah.
With let's say World of Warcraft, which is the one my main one I play,
Yep.
it's all as long I just go into Battle.net and automatically updates and downloads all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes with say DC Online, I went back to recently to play. I was so lost with all the things you could buy to make new costumes and
Yeah,
new
it's a
characters.
lot.
I usually just start a new character and just.
Well, that's what I was doing. I was starting from scratch, but even then, it's like, oh, I really want this, but now I have to buy that. So it kind of impeded me from fully going back. I actually ended up not going back.
Yeah, 'cause you get
100%.
lost.
Yeah.
Literally, you get lost in all the sea of new items. It took me a while. I got back into it for a little while myself, and it took such a long time for me to, I guess, readapt. I mean, so like you said, so many costumes you can buy. There was new powers. It's like, man, I already have this character maxed out. I mean, you could pay to switch your power, but if you're strapped for cash, the other option is make another character. You do it all over again.
On WoW, it's only a couple gold to switch your perspective. Or,
Oh, that's nice.
I mean, you can actually respec that entire thing, and it does cost money on WoW.
Mhm.
But I mean, as long as it's just like changing the spec of like Paladin, it's not that
Yeah.
bad.
It's
You
not
can also
bad.
dual spec now.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Okay. So, as far as my preference goes, I do enjoy the the subscription more than free to play, I think. And most of that comes with playing Final Fantasy 11 and 14.
Yes.
I really enjoyed those games a lot. Mostly was the class system. You could change your equipment and your class.
Yeah, 14.
I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, you had to level up certain classes
To get that one.
get the new classes. But I mean, overall, it was a great game. Honestly, I'd still play it if they updated it a bit more.
14 did get a big update.
It did.
Yeah,
Just got ninja class.
I still have to play. I have yet to play.
I was
more
playing on my
14.
PS4 with actually one of my friends, so I gotta get back into
Of
that.
course, we're talking about A Realm Reborn. We're not talking about.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
We're not talking about the abomination that actually is officially
No, no.
14.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't get to play that. I started
Me
with
neither.
A Realm Reborn.
Yeah,
but-
so did I.
Yeah, we got a good start on that one.
Yeah, I
Playing on
kind of
PC.
missed that one altogether.
Damn,
It was
it's
like, oh,
cross-platform.
yeah.
That's one
Played
huge
PC. I was playing PC, and
Yeah, I played with you.
yeah, we were playing 14 for a while.
I was just like,
You
that's
were
kind of cool.
You were PC.
Yeah, I
what,
was
you
on
were
PC.
Yeah,
He was on
PS3?
PS4,
PS4.
and I was like,
Okay.
oh wow, I can actually like.
And he played with my
Yeah.
friend Cam, who was the one that was helping me play it, and then I just kind of fell off it for a while, so I have to jump back on that soon.
That and another thing I guess that I could vouch for as far as subscription goes is, you know, if you're paying every month to play a game, I feel as though you'd be more obligated to come back to it.
Yeah.
Like if I'm playing a free to play game, I can, you know, just be like,
I'll come back later.
you'll be there in a month and I won't have to worry about it. But you know, a game like WoW or really any subscription based game, you know, you're paying money out of your wallet to play it.
Mhm.
So, you know, if you leave it for a month, you can be like,
You're just
crap.
throwing money away. Pretty
Yeah.
I
much.
might as, at that point, I might as well just light the $15 on fire.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
this is what it's like to burn money, guys.
I don't like lighting money on fire.
I agree with that because when I actually buy, I don't do credit card for a while. I actually do the time cards.
Yeah, I won't
Yeah.
do. I won't do credit card. Nope.
I really get into it quickly because it's like, oh, I have 2 months. What can I do in that? Like, and I
Exactly.
maxed out my Blood Elf.
Yeah, you almost
monk.
challenge yourself.
That's my goal.
That's
Is
cool.
last time I did my goal was to max out my Blood Elf monk and then to start to level up some of my other ones, Dry Paladin
Yep.
and so on. So I mean, it made me play more.
Mm-hmm.
And then when
I
it gets
agree.
close to expiring, I went, you know, I'm not gonna have time for the next couple months, so I just let it
Yeah.
lapse. But I keep it updated every couple days I go on just to make sure it's 100%. So I go back, I don't have to
You can
wait
just
for
play
those
it.
load times.
Yeah.
That's no fun. Updates are horrible.
So now we've talked about our opinions on free to play versus pay to play. We want to know what you think. So give us a comment and feedback on this and what you want to see in our next videos, and we'll definitely get back to you on that. So
I mean, please like and share. I mean, it's gonna be awesome.
Please.
Yep. I mean, game on, bitches, like always.
And our next video will be about amiibos and Disney Infinity. Kind of an odd combination, but me and Tony will be discussing this just for the sheer fact that we both are in that boat on those two particular collectibles slash game pieces slash apparently riot starters. Yeah.
I'm intrigued to see you discuss that because I want to. I know there's gonna be a lot of pros and cons. Between
Oh,
the
there'll
two
be
of you.
tons of them.
We're not on the boat. It wasn't big enough.
No, we got like a little rowboat.
And I can't swim. So.
You got a little rubber ducky. You're like the Quacken.
The Quacken.
If the
Release
boat
the
goes
Quacken.
down, I need the big duck.
All right,
Awesome. See you guys next time.
well, later.
see ya.